Hi guys, back when Liz Truss was running for Prime Minister, she made a sort of promise that there would be no blackouts during the winter. Then we have this from the 7th of October from a media outlet. Liz Truss blocked energy-saving campaign despite winter blackout fears. The Prime Minister has ruled out a £15 million energy-saving campaign because it was seen as a light touch. Liz Truss made the decision despite warnings planned blackouts could hit the UK if power plants cannot get enough gas to keep running. The Business Secretary Jacob Rees-Mogg is believed to have backed a dedicated winter campaign to prepare for all eventualities, with the Times reporting the idea was blocked by Number 10. Then we have this.
Breaking news in the last hour, the National Grid says it will decide this afternoon whether it will pay households to stop using energy tomorrow night because of fears over supplies. The move is being considered as forecasts project a large drop in the amount of power that Britain will be able to import from France. If the plan is given the go-ahead, it'll be the first time it has been actioned to help avoid blackouts. Well, Sky's climate change and energy correspondent Hannah Thomas-Peter joins us now. Hannah, they have tried it a couple of times, but not implemented. And of course, tomorrow night, we've got that big football match, haven't we? Lots of people with their tellies on, possibly cracking open beers from the fridge and putting on cups of tea with a kettle.
Yeah, that's exactly what the National Grid will have looked at, that there's that big game, England-Wales tomorrow, kicking off at 7. It's also going to be quite cold, around 8 degrees. They will have anticipated there'll be a surge in demand around that moment, and it's the National Grid's job to manage supply and demand and make sure that the two match. And there's a number of tools in the National Grid's toolbox to do so. Often we might turn, for example, to France in particular and Norway, who supply electricity to us via interconnectors. But in this particular instance, as you said, there's a big issue with electricity from France because its nuclear power stations have been undergoing months of maintenance and still are not at full capacity. So another thing that the National Grid has in its toolbox is this demand flexibility service, all part of something it announced a couple of months ago when it took a look, overarching look at the UK's electricity supply through the winter and tried to work out how it might manage supply and demand. And this demand flexibility scheme is essentially for consumers to sign up voluntarily to their energy providers and say that they're happy to reduce demand in critical hours and be paid for the privilege. It has been tested a few times. The National Grid were happy with how it was working, and it may well be put into action tomorrow night. A decision is going to be made, we understand, within the next couple of hours.
Now, it's not clear how much the companies are going to pay consumers if they reduce their energy usage. It's good if they are paying something. This is, of course, beneficial to people. It's not clear whether this is for people only with smart meters. I imagine it would be. But I think also another problem here is who has signed up, and can they sign up today, or can they sign up on Monday when I recorded this, or on Tuesday when this is probably going live? Is there still time to sign up to take advantage of this? But the main point here, of course, is ideology was in the driving seat. There was a possibility to avoid this. But Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng decided, no, we're not actually going to provide people with the information they need, because that would be the nanny state. The idea that we don't want government telling people what to do, even if that's advice, even if that's good information. Why didn't they send a leaflet or a brochure through people's doors, a booklet through people's doors, telling them, look, this is what you can do to save energy. This is when you should run your washing machine and when you shouldn't run your washing machine. If you switch to energy-saving light bulbs, if you carry out these small activities within your home, these small changes, you can save energy. You can help the environment, of course, but of course the Conservatives don't care about that. But at least you could be able to help people save money. But who was in the driving seat? It was the ideology. There was no pragmatism here. It was pure ideology. These right-wing think tanks who were advising Liz Truss and Kwasi Kwarteng and other ministers about what they should be doing. And they were probably advising them not to interfere with the market. Allow people to make their own decisions when it comes to energy usage. Allow them to use as much energy as they want, and to hell with the consequences. Now, I don't know if this is related to Brexit or not, but it does demonstrate the Brexiteer mentality of, to hell with the ordinary people, let's focus on ideology instead. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think about all of this. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.